Hey, this is Justin Case, and I am deciding right now whether I want to buy a Helium hotspot miner for 5G. Right, they're mobile hotspots now. It's a tough call. It is a tough call, and let me first preface this all by stating it really bothers me when people call helium hotspot mining like a Ponzi scheme or a scam or, you know, something with a bunch of loopholes to make just, the people who are in this make more money that are just on the top. Because in order for just anything to have value, there has to be a certain amount of scarcity, right? We have a certain amount of resources, and the more people that get in and want to get these resources, the more limiting we have access. And so that's just the way it works. So yeah, the law of diminishing returns comes into play, and if you're at the beginning, you're going to make way more than if you are buying in at the end, right? That's just the way it works. Sorry. So I am a big supporter of early adoption. If you know that there are opportunities out there where people are looking to offer cryptocurrency as a reward for you to do something, please let me know. I'm very curious about other opportunities out there beyond Helium. If you know about them, please put it in the comments. I'll be happy to check it out, maybe do a video on it so you can get my review on what I think and whether we should be doing it or not. But so coming back to all of this, mobile rewards have been around for a while now, 2023 for sure. And I didn't get into it because I was done. I was done like many of you. I just didn't want to buy more into something that I didn't think was working out. But here it is, the end of 2023, and I happened to notice this. So yesterday I was doing a post, and I mentioned that orbiting carmine raccoon is next to my house. See, there he is right there. I'm up at the top, and he's there. It looks like he's had some other miners. I bet those are his miners that he shut down because he has a bunch of Freedom Fi, or at least it says so here, but one of them has 5G, and he's got it working. And I was doing very well in rewards for myself. If you go in terms of mobile, of course, I wasn't getting any, but in terms of IoT, I'm getting around 1300 every day. So yeah. I mean, sure, I was getting more before the halving, but yeah, it's not bad. But this guy, so I'm going to go back. Let's go back into my hex here. This guy, orbiting Carmine Raccoon, well, his rewards are like half of mine. I mean, he's all the way down the hill. I clicked on mobile, and he was getting 4,000 on average. 4,000. And I'm thinking, 4,000? Well, right now, if I look, Helium is worth 740 right now at this very moment. IoT is worth 0.0021 cents, and mobile is worth 0.0037. So I'm getting, like I said, around 1,300, and that's at 0.0021. So multiply that by a month, and I'm making about $81, $82 in a month. And this guy, who's making somewhere around 4,000 at 0.0037 if he were to sell today, times 30, he's making 444. So I'm doing something wrong here. 444, that is what I want. Now, so I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the hellohelium.com/hotspot, and they're selling a mobile hotspot for $249. $249. They got almost 90% of them are sold for the first wave of shipping. So I'm kind of thinking I got to get in on that. But that's an indoor spot, and I probably want an outdoor one, which is sold out right now. And as you know, when something gets sold out, who knows when they're going to get it back in? It could be months, right? It could be months before you see anything. So I'm a little worried about that. So I'm thinking about the indoor. So that led me to go to planner.hellohelium.com right here, and I found this guy. I found him right there, which is not the house he says he's at, by the way. He says he's at the house all the way down here when it's actually up here. And I only know this. Oh, come on. Sometimes this thing doesn't load right, which is super annoying. But I'm sure that this is the guy because it has his name on the miner right here, if it ever loads. There we go. Orbiting Carmine Raccoon. And it says he is using a CRBS indoor system. Now, just if you're familiar, CB, my apologies, CBRS small cell radios. So instead of LoRa, Helium pivoted and went to 5G. Everyone's using 5G. Demo, their AutoPi uses 5G, probably eventually Helium. I think it was somebody else Twilio or something when I opened it up to look at it. But now their new macaroons are using LoRa. So we'll see which one works better there. But point being is they moved over to this because as far as the FCC is concerned, you can have a citizen broadband radio service using something like this for 5G. So that's what they jumped onto, and that's why it's called CBRS. But I looked into it right here, and it says he's been only using it for 4 months. But yeah, it's true. He's making, well, not the 4,000. It says he's making 3,444 and 56 cents. But if I click on the dollar sign there, it also says that's only $12.95. So I am super confused. Where are they getting that number? $12.95. I don't think they know how much mobile is worth. Maybe this page isn't being updated regularly. So I'm not going to play with that dollar sign number right there. I'm going to just assume, okay, we're looking at mobile, and there we go. We're looking at mobile. So I started looking at other areas, other places in my area, Denver, and look, it is not filled up like it was in 2021, where all I saw were hexes that were covered. We just got a few blue dots here. Some of them bigger than others. So like here's a big area that's covered right here. Let's click on it and see what's going on. So this is Able Ultraviolet Loris. They're using 4 radios. And I'm a little confused about that. I really want to understand what the 4 radios are. My guess is these are all combined. So they're using either 4 antennas, or they could actually be using 4 separate devices that combine the antennas. I'm not really sure. Very curious. If you know, please put it in the comments. Definitely appreciate it. Again, outdoor CRBS, but they're making 21,325 from proof of coverage. Kind of want to know what the boosted location bonus is going to be like. But anyway, yeah, looking good here. I hate how they've changed hexes because they're saying like it's this many hexes covered, but we're used to these hexes here, which are about 660 square feet. Anyway, I went in here and I said, okay, well, what am I going to get, right? And they have this planner option right there. You can actually plan, and they'll tell you how much they estimate you'll get. So I went in, and again, it's loading. Great. I'm going to reload here, and hopefully it'll load a little faster. But I went in and I clicked on my own house. I decided to put in my house information. See, so you can click on create new plan. You can put in what you want to call it, your address. Your address will give it a latitude and longitude. Then you can pick the kind of antenna you think you'll be using, which I just put in the outdoor one, because why not, right? I want to see how the outdoor one does. Put in your height and your elevation. Now your elevation, it'll figure out for you based on your height. The best thing you can do is figure out your degrees here. And degrees mean, it means like north is 0 or 360, south is 180, east is going to be 90. you get the idea. So yeah, let's go back to plants. Yo, it loaded. All right. So here's my house right here, and it came up with at a 16-foot height on top of my house that I would fill up all of this area right here, which doesn't look too bad. Now, I said 140 degrees because I figure this angle right here would be my best angle because that's where all the houses I can see from my front porch are. And it said, okay, well, you'll be making 21,094 in terms of mobile. So 21,000, that sounds good, but that means I need a mobile hotspot that is outdoors. So, yeah, if I'm going to do this, it seems to me that I wouldn't be looking at the hotspot indoors. I'd be looking at the hotspot outdoors, which is sold out. But I could buy the indoor one right now, and I'd probably be making what that other guy is making. So it'll pay for itself in a month plus, and then maybe I'll just put it somewhere else later, right? So it might be worth getting. If it's going to ship right away, why not try it? That's what I'm thinking. I did want to get into taking a look at the outdoor hotspot because I thought at first maybe the indoor hotspot, I could make it an outdoor hotspot. But I don't think it has the hookups for it. And looking at the outdoor hotspot, I see as I research this, it looks like that's it. It is basically like a giant antenna with it built in inside. And so obviously it only goes one direction, which is why they said, where are you going to point it? And then, yeah, looking through this, trying to figure out how you're supposed to get it set up. I wish it would tell me how much it's going to be. That's kind of the main thing I want to know. But if I look at the getting started guide here, kind of scroll through, okay, I can see uses a PoE injector. So basically it's Ethernet connected to your house, which means holes have to be drilled. Yeah, outdoor Cat 6 cable to go into it in order to power it, which is probably somewhere between 5 to 12 volts, but still it's a long cable. So they have definitely good information here, but it even points it out, face your users, right? So it's got to be pointed in that one particular direction, place it high, use a mount. Yeah, so a lot of good information here to consider. I am very close to throwing down right now and saying, look, I don't know how long it's going to take before I can get the outdoor hotspot, because the outdoor hotspot could be forever. I mean, for anybody who's bought a Bobcat, 35 weeks was a long time to wait, and it was worthless by then. So I don't want to buy something that's not going to show up like in the next couple weeks. If this is shipping now, the indoor hotspot, why not buy it, make the money that I can for the next couple months at the very least with mobile, and then once the outdoor hotspot shows up and is shipping now, do that. Now, don't get me wrong, I still think that I could be getting like the outdoor Freedom Fi. That's an option. Outdoor Freedom Fi is an option, but it still costs like $2,500, which is a lot of money. But on the other hand, $2,500, I need to put in the number with their antenna and see what it comes up with. But I didn't actually put this calculation in, so I should. So 21,000 times 0.00, was it 37, I think? Let me just check. 37? Yeah, 37. Okay. So 37, and that comes up with $77.07 a day times 30 days, 2,331. So all of a sudden, 2,331 in the first month. Freedom Fi doesn't seem like a bad option if I'm going to get my money back in the first month. So anyway, guys, I am really thinking about it right here, sitting down right before Christmas and buying that Christmas present for myself that's apparently $2,500. So let me know what you think. Are you going to do it? Is it worth just buying the indoor one right now and getting some mobile right away? Please let me know. And also, like and subscribe if you're interested in watching more of this kind of content. I do appreciate the people who are watching now. And yes, I am back. It has been a while. I've been doing other things, been enjoying life, but yeah, now I'm getting back into, well, not just helium. I'm getting back into crypto once again, and I'm looking at what opportunities are out there, and I'll definitely share it with you. All right, I'm Justin Case, and you take care.